Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all. I hope I am audible to all. And first and foremost, I welcome all the viewers today on my session and a very warm welcome once again to all my viewers and a very warm namaste to all. Well, as to first to give an introduction of myself, I am myself Nejolata Haobijam, presently working as a senior branch manager in Bank of Baroda, and it's been now almost more than 17 years that I've been working in the banking industry since 2005. And today the topic which I'm going to discuss is on startups in Manipur state. First and foremost, I would like to say that Manipur state, the capital city is Imphal, and it is the fourth largest state among the northeastern region. And Manipur state basically is both of valley as well as both for the hill region. Now, as such, today the topic that is startups in Manipur. Actually, nowadays this is a very hot topic. Everywhere, almost in all the engineering colleges, in the technical, in medical institutions, now in all unemployment youth, people are nowadays very much a booming topic, say startup. What actually is the startup? You see, everyone in all basically in all the, like in every state hook and corner, like there are many small business entrepreneurs, unemployment youth who want to start a business. So startup is basically just a very initial stage foundation of a business. So in the state of Manipur, when the very first startup was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister in the month of March 15, as far as I remember, it was 2018 at the CM Secretariat. And there were three categories in Manipur startup as such that we have. First was the idea stage, second was the entrepreneur support scheme, and the third was the revenue stage. Now, like in the initial, when it was very much starting in the year 2018, this idea stage and entrepreneur support scheme, this was just given as a grant to all the unemployment youth, whoever has applied for in the Manipur startup scheme. Now, as such, myself in the banking sector, here in this today, that which basically that I'm going to speak about is the funding process, how actually it is done, the financing part, especially for all the bankers, financial institutions in the state of Manipur. Now, as such, I will tell you, this was a very unique and a very innovative project that we got in 2018, and it was under the Planning Department, Government of Manipur. Now, when the very first startup was started in the state of Manipur, there were altogether 45 beneficiaries, which was selected by the planning department. A very warm namaste to Atul Chandrakant Kulkarni sir. And so in the very first phase, when like its selection was done by after 2 levels of screening, and the interview panel was, even our Honorable Chief Minister has also participated, and his main aim and was to build up a startup ecosystem in the state of Manipur, especially for the unemployment youth, to create more employment, more production in the state of Manipur. So basically, after 2 levels of screening, and when all the 45 startup applicants was given to Bank of Baroda, myself along with all my team of the branches for the state of Imphal, we have got 16 branches present, and the screening and the scrutinization was done very strictly by Bank of Baroda, I would say it. So because even after 2 levels of screening and interview done by all the like bureaucrats and even our Honorable Chief Minister, again we all the financial institution, my bankers and all my fellow bankers too, when we went for the site inspection and all the project viability, we rejected 16 startup applicants still. And as far as then when the final selection was done and the project limit was approved according to the when I went for the site inspection in each and every site, I can see that in Manipur as such, you see the booming industry right now in the Manipur is handloom. Handloom industry is growing like anything, and even myself wearing this Rani Fi and all is very much popular in the northern India state, and also this handicraft. And actually we are almost like hill region is mostly for the state of Manipur. We have got many hill districts, and though forestry is totally very much available. So we have this handicrafts products also, and especially we have this food agro based industries also in the state of Manipur. You will see among all the northeastern states that you have here in various, like in the newspaper also, Manipur tops in the MSME business registration. You see in 2015 it was just 1053 units, but now at present as on June 2021 I will say we have got 35,000 units registered for among all the northeastern region. So Manipur is booming up like anything in the face of industry, and especially here I will say that it is mostly it is mostly in the micro and small scale industry. Now myself in the banking sector, we are like bank as such, as you all know, it is a financial institution where we accept deposits for the purpose of lending and investment. And the main business that bank as such is a financial institution, the core business I would say, it is lending. Okay, right. So like for us now the priority sector lending as such, it is the MSME sector, which is the micro, small and medium enterprises, and we have again like agriculture sector, which is agri and agri-allied activities. We have again other priority sector, which we are including all this housing, education sector, social infrastructure, renewable energy, etc. So now in especially like in the startup stage where bankers has come in, you see now initially right now I will say at present, this was in 2018, now we are in 2022. Now startup, you see now venture capitalists has come up like anything, like we have this angel investors also. Like if you have got a really an innovative idea, like even a startup explanation about this idea, where it is about either in the manufacturing or it might be in the services sector. So if a startup applicant comes up with a very innovative and a very unique idea, I will say nowadays I think they need not worry about anything, because the main important is that now especially for the financing part, you see bankers are there. Now in the Northeastern Development Financial Corporation, NetFi is also there. Now venture capitalists are there. Now this industry based like financial institutions, SIDBI, Indus, Inbank, many are there. So I am advising all these startup unemployment youth, the young and vibrant entrepreneurs, especially for the state of Manipur and also for the northeastern region. You see, you don't need to worry about finance. You see, when I went for inspection, in each and every site of this unemployed youth, they were hungry for capital. And you know how they were doing their finance? They were borrowing from the private money lenders. Just imagine the rate of interest. 3%, 4%, 5%. How will they do their business? So that was the main which I have found in all this unemployment youth, and like I myself in the in the financial institution, you see, I felt that I really need to help all this unemployment youth. I'm advising again and again to all my these entrepreneurs and the businessmen who really want to start an enterprise. Please take the help of all these financial institutions. We are here for lending. I'm urging you. You have to have a very proactive role. You have to be very innovative, and you should come up with a very, very new and good idea. Anyone will be ready to help you as long as you have the potential, the capability, and then you have the urge in you that rather than to be your job seekers, you should be your job creators. That is what I have been advising and have been speaking at various seminars. here and there in the state of Manipur, because myself working as in the banking sector, you see our core business, I'm telling again and again, that is lending, and I really want to help the unemployment youth for the state of our Manipur. You see, as far as banking is concerned, bank plays a very important role in the state economic development. So when I have selected the 29 startup applicants in the very first phase in 2018, we have had a at City Convention Center, and they were being brought up at a very platform, I would rather say, okay. Now all the startups, like in the corner, they were like hungry for capital, and they were suffering like anything, giving the interest at the rate of 4%, 5%. You see, just imagine when they were giving support from the bankers, and then we have giving them like what to say, like in the form of this term loan or cash credit, and then the repayment period in a very, and we even give moratorium period also. Suppose a startup applicant wants to do something in the production sector or in the services sector, then it will be some time for them to create a revenue. So that also bank comes into the picture. We have a moratorium period. Now, as far as in the Manipur startup scheme, that when it was launched in 2018, you see, the government of Manipur was giving the maximum limit of up to 1 crore. You see, 1 crore for a startup, it's just in the very initial stage. You see, when you want to start an enterprise or when you want to become an entrepreneur, I will advise all the entrepreneurs and unemployment youth, please start with a very humble beginning. Okay? Don't just run up to a very, what to say, I mean, you keep on looking that to a very big entrepreneur, and you dream that you become like that in within a matter of like 2 to 3 months. You see, your business will fail. Please start with a very small and humble beginning, with about employing about 10, and then start your business slowly, steadily, and then you know everyone that slowly and steadily wins the race, right? So that is how, which in the state of Manipur, which I have like initiated, and we have taken a very proactive role. All my Bank of Baroda teammates, all my other branch managers, we have all combined together as a team, and we have supported the Manipur startup in the very first phase. And as such, now I will proudly say that in the state of Manipur, Bank of Baroda is the lead bank now in supporting and financing the startups in the state of Manipur. So as far as now financing part, which I am coming to the picture, it is maximum up to 1 crore, and there is a subsidy of 30%. You see the subsidy, that in 1 crore you will be getting 30 lakh subsidy. So it's a huge amount for any initial business startup, and only 5% is the margin. I'll tell you on this margin concept as far as when I have financed this Manipur startup. In the MSME sector, in our banking terms, you see 25% is the margin. So when this was taken up in the Manipur startup scheme, you see, like in 1 crore 25 lakhs worth capital, it was really very difficult for all these unemployment youth. So I took up the initiative, and I wrote a letter to our BCC corporate office at Mumbai, and I stated, give a full justification that they are just a startup. And so what happened is that in the initial stage, like for them it will be difficult to give a capital of around 25 lakhs. So likewise, the margin was reduced up to only 5%. Now, like as far as the lending is concerned by the bank, what happened, the first and foremost is that we go for the site inspection. We look upon the potential, the capability of the startup applicant, whether he or she will be able to take the risk, and the marketing strategy. These are the 3 very important factors which we look in any startup applicant. So what happened is that there is a huge challenge that the startup has to face. So the most important, I always advise them, is that there should be competition among them, and the competition should be a very healthy competition. So now we like most of them, like the business in the state of Manipur, as far as which I have stated, was that there were various services different. Like we have given either in the healthcare services, we have given in the handloom sector also, we have given in this food processing, this industry base also, and then we have given all this in the agriculture and agri-allied activities also. Like one of the startup which I have given in 2018 was very famous right now in the state of Manipur was the Medellin Healthcare Services. You see this one, he's a doctor by profession, Dr. Pibarel, and one of the basic and innovative services that he was giving was this nursing home care services. Ambulance services was also there, and during this COVID pandemic, you know, he has helped a lot like anything for the Manipur state, and I supported and financing 1 crore. Okay. And right now his sales is going up like anything, and likewise in the state of Manipur, like in the healthcare sector, now it has improved a lot. And there was another, this one, 2 guys which have supported and given, that was food Wi-Fi. You see, like, okay, in the metro cities like Delhi, Mumbai and all, nowadays so many like online like delivery and all was there, but in the state of Manipur initially that was not there. So what happened is that like when my kid, even when I come back from office and they want to have something, the fast food or something, and see we are tired and we just like don't feel like going out. So at the time, just this giving an online this one at your doorstep, this was possible again, and then I financed them around 20 lakhs, and they were just at the very beginning, very promising startups. Now, as far as you see, since we are in the banking financial, when I interview and when I took the site inspection, many of the startups were having, you see, this lack of documentation point of view was there. They don't know how to make the project report, and then they have many problems like what is term loan, what is cash credit, and they lack so much of knowledge at the time when I have experience as far as financing. So what happened is that we not only like banking, we not only say act as a financing this one role, we give them advisory this one and consultancy roles, like how the project report, like in the term loan, like it is an EMI concept equated, and a cash credit is it is a 12-month revolving, and we have overdraft facility also, and that is especially for working capital only, and term loan for plant and machinery. So likewise we used to educate all these young startups in the state of Manipur. Now even at present also we have been still financing and supporting all these Manipur startups, and you see that now the government of Manipur, like my topic is on the startup, but I will see that after just a matter of after like 1.5 years, I think as far as I remember, the government again started with Stand Up Manipur. And Stand Up Manipur is basically, today you see this session, I am advising all the unemployment youth, the young and vibrant entrepreneurs who really want to start a new venture capital, and then who really want to do a very, very promising and have an innovative idea. You see there are many various government schemes now. This Stand Up Manipur, you see the government of Manipur was really very generous enough that after this startup, again they started this, and that was especially for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and then minority community and women entrepreneur. You see, myself being a woman, and also that I keep on supporting all these women entrepreneurs of our state, especially they do the business in this handloom industry. Now you see, when this startup till now, which I have given in the year 2018, now is 2022, you see what is the impact, how much is the you see, yeah, I will say very frankly that not all startups, they are successful. Okay, right, that is there. You see, someone in the business, their failures are also there, but it's a stepping stone for success. But an impact that has been given once by 1 or 3 startups, whichever that have finance, also they are growing up the business like anything, and with that growth, you know what is happening, our Bank of Baroda is also growing. That is the one which I feel so much in my heart, there's so much like appreciation, like especially for my banker fellows and all my teams that we have supported like anything. So the impact that one startup has created, like in the state of when Medellin has supported like anything during this COVID pandemic, like when he mentions Bank of Baroda, like that the beginner that he has started by the finance, and giving my name or whoever or my teammates who has helped him in the making of this project report and all these terms and conditions. You see, that has created really a good image for us. It has created employment for a large number of unemployment youth. Now his sales has increased like anything. His services has also now been diversified and has also increased. This is just an example I am giving you. Food Wi-Fi even has also now opened in various store outlets. So like in the state of Manipur, you see, as far as industrialization is concerned, you see Manipur is now in topping among the northeast states, and recently just 2 days back, I think everyone has heard in the news also from Niti Aayog that Manipur has been awarded for the best innovation among this hill states category. So, like now said, like say in the state of Manipur, as I will tell you, like we are very much like famous for our culture, for our tourism sector. Like coming to the tourism sector, also I have financed one homestay resort, which is very popular now in the state of Manipur. Like when people are coming from outside, you see, basically, like especially now though the law and order has improved and there is so much peace now in the state of Manipur. And so now even when anyone wants to come or like for a tourist destination also, I welcome everyone. There is no more like industry is booming up like anything in the state of Manipur, especially it is in the micro and small scale, but still I think as time moves on, we are sure to beat the competition in the market. And especially this unemployment youth, when I've been financing right now at present, you see many of them are very much educated. Some have even done MBA from Canada also, and then they have studied outside like anything. And I would say that our youth right now are very much proactive. You see one incident which happened there when I was sitting in the bank. You see an email came from me to my branch from our head office Mumbai. Okay, so there was one startup applicant, and he was very proactive, very innovative, and he has sent an email to our chairman and managing director. I don't know from where and all that he has searched the email and everything. Then that mail came forwarded slowly to this eastern zone, as since I am in the Kolkata zone, this Manipur state falls under this zone, and we were being compelled, and we were like, we have my first job was to give loan to this particular guy. And when I called him, you know, his idea was so much very innovative, like with this robotics assembling for all these kids during the summer vacation and the chips. So that's what I'm telling, that all the startups, not only for my anyone that today for this session, whoever is having a like viewing this one, and I'm urging that you see, you please, if you really want to start an enterprise, if you really want to, whether it might be in the stand-up cattle startup or whatever that you want to do an enterprise, first you should make your vision clear. And then you see, and you should have a very good idea, whether it might be in the manufacturing sector or in the services sector. Okay, right now in this stand-up Manipur, trading sector is also included. Like the government is still giving a subsidy of 30%. So there is a lot and huge scope of opportunities for all these unemployment youth, everyone. Well, like if you really want to do a business, you see there are ample scope of finance related now. Institution bank attitude has changed now. We are welcoming you all like anything, and I'm urging them also that but the proactive role, like coming to the bank and then inquiring about the loan, like you see the managers, like it differs from person to person as such. But besides this startup scheme, this stand-up scheme, still there is also now which we call as the Mudra scheme. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. This is a very popular and very good way of financing. It has got a bifurcation up to Shishu, then Kishore, and then Tarun. So now in this, like up to Shishu, it is only up to 50,000, and then we have here this up to 5 lakhs, and then we have up to 10 lakhs. And one most important which I have not yet mentioned is that all these Manipur startup schemes and then stand up, this Mudra, these are all collateral free. That is like someone might be confused when I say this collateral free. You see that means there is no security that you have to give to the bank. You see, it is covered by this CGTMSC coverage, where you just have to keep a nominal fee amount as per your sanction amount. And you see, right now at present, many of the hindrances which is faced by all these startup applicants is that they don't have this collateral security, and they want certain limit, and they fear of what will be their project report, and then how will be the terms of finance, and they are so much focused on the interest rate also. But I will tell you, the interest rate, whichever that you are taking into account, is good. That you have to, clearly you should know every angle from every angle. But the interest rate which you are taking from the private money lenders, you see, at the rate of 3% for 1,03,000 rupees that you have to pay. You see, that is a very, very big amount, and it will be very, very difficult for your business to survive taking the help from this. So here, as in terms of the bankers, you see, we have a CIBIL rating. Like this is your credit history. Like we see, we are also like sitting in the bank, but we are also like a doctor. Okay, when any of you come for a lending, first we'll be checking your credit history. This is our due diligence which we have to carry out. So you see, I have, for the state of Manipur, like when the startup incubation center has been set up at Manipur University, now at GM College, and then again at Technical University, I have went and given lectures on various sessions to all these startup applicants. And you see, I just want to educate more, and then they should be more aware of what are there is certain documentation needs from the banking side also. But one thing is that in the government sector, like in the banking sector, like as far as lending to government sponsored schemes, there is certain relaxation for documentation point of view. And rather than this, there is also another scheme that today, which I'll be again explaining, that is the Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, which is called as the PMEGP scheme. This scheme is also governed by this Khadi Village Industry and DIC. For every state, I think it must be there. And there is also still a subsidy of 15 to 35%, depending on whether the business is in the urban or in the rural area. So today you see myself in the banking and financial institution. I am here to support all these business, whoever, whether you can be a businessman, you become an entrepreneur, you become an industrialist. The main motive for you all is that when you want to start any enterprises, I am urging all of you please take the help and advantage from the banking financial institution. It will be very difficult for you. Like if you just want to start a small business, just a small one, and you don't want any further expansion, कि ये ठीक है, चलता है business, अब यहीं पे मेरा life अभी ठीक है, तो that is another question. Okay, so but if you want to grow, and if you have a very innovative idea, and you want that it should outreach and reach to all various other states, and also that there is also this export import facilities, we have Exim Bank and all these things. So there is a lot of scope for all these young entrepreneurs, and we have been supporting especially these micro and small enterprises, and priority sector lending as such, financial institution as such, it plays a very important role. You see, we are accepting deposits, right? Like from the public. Now, like this one is a form of security that we have received for their savings, money which have been scattered. Now it's been deposited in the bank. You feel yourself safe. Bank also feels safe for the lending process in that way. So you see, in the various sectors like agriculture also, even if you want to start in a very small ways, I just finance, you see, only around rupees 60,000 in the Mudra scheme to one of young unemployed youth, and then he was in this poultry business. Okay, right. Then just after a matter of just 6 or 7 months, he grew up like anything, and he started expanding it, and more and more like this poultry, this chicken, like small ones, and also this eggs. Eggs also, like it was being given to all the district, and then he just grew up like so. He just started in a very, and we enhance his limit. So like and the most important I would like to say to all these startup applicants is that once you have started an enterprise and you have wanted to do the business, the main and most important for you all is that you should always try to maintain your balance sheet and your profit and loss statement. And your income tax return filing, your ITR. This is the three most basic. You see, when you start a business, your business might be on a fluctuation, right? There might be some seasons that you have lots of these exhibitions or where you want to participate. So in that way, all this like various sector that you have that you want to do in that way, you have to do it very slowly, and you should make sure that the market you have to have a very keen study of the product or the services that you are going to do. Actually, how is the market? Because that is very important. You see, you produce lots of pickles. Just imagine, okay, you produce lots of like bamboo shoot pickles, and or then mango, and then pineapple or whatever that you have, juices or you have pickle. But if no one is there to buy for you, or you don't have any of your market out there to to this one to give, or you don't have any of your your market out there in that area, so then your business will totally, that will be a failure for you. There will be no profit. So in a business, you see, when you analyze your balance sheet, your profit and loss statement, one basic which I want to advise to all these business and these young entrepreneurs is that you might be very busy, okay? All this, even this like now well-established entrepreneurs also, like you have a chartered accountant and they look all the financial related this one, and you don't have enough time to see. But you should know whether your business is either in profit or in loss, and how much is the profit. Only that much knowledge you should look after your business related. Okay, so today, you see, in this session, you see, I really this one want to advise all these young entrepreneurs that like till now also, that in the website Manipur www.startupmanipur.in, you can log in, and then you can give your applications online, and slowly this planning department will call you for an interview panel. And bank also, we participate in the panel. And if you have got any new idea, you want to start an enterprise, take this opportunity. And for this various government schemes, even still, if you want to start an enterprise and you are not in there are various other schemes we have available in the bank. You can take a very proactive role, and you can come and meet me also. I'm being posted now at Imphal, and I'm here to support for the state of Manipur and Bank of Baroda. All our teams, we are really very enthusiastic, and we are really, we are not same with other. I would say it's a competition between the bankers also. We are ready for a healthy competition with anyone. Okay, and so today, you see, in the state of Manipur, we have got a rich and culture. The cultural Ras Leela dance is very famous in the state of Manipur, and myself, I'm also very good in Manipuri dance. And I welcome each and every one of you from various parts of the state to please come to Imphal. Imphal is growing up like anything, even in any sector now. You see, we always top. You see, we got an award, and we were in MSME registration also, Manipur tops. So that is very happy for me, because we are in the banking sector, and mostly, you see, retail lending is always there, but business ones, that is the one that I want to focus on, because that will help in the development for the state economy, which will give more employment, which will give more production for our state, and our state booming up is happiness for us, and I'm proud to be a Manipuri. Okay, so I thank you all, and you see, I thank especially Atul Chandrakant Kulkarni sir for inviting me to be a part of this session, and I was very much happy and delighted. And you see, for the state of Manipur, again and again, I'm telling you, all these startups, unemployment dues, all this, whoever wants to, please take the help of the financial institution. We are here to guide you, we are here to support you. Just that you need to have the potential, the capability, that you will know you will create, you will be the job creators, and one day or the other that you become a big entrepreneur and a very big industrialist. And once again, I will say that this amazing Namaste Foundation is very very interesting. Whichever topic which you will see, all the sessions I've gone through, and Atul Chandrakant Kulkarni sir is taking a very very proactive role. And once and again, a very very namaste to all. Kurumzari. Thank you all, and please come to Bank of Baroda, whoever wants to seek help, and especially for the state of Northeast, everywhere, not only in Imphal. Bank of Baroda is having a presence all in the northeastern states, and we have got a very very big and large scale of employment in Northeast. So please welcome to Imphal once again. Kurumzari to all, and thank you sir, thank you very much. Thank you.